What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're doing another predictions video. If you have not checked out the video earlier and want to be part of an online My League while 2K17 is still boring, go ahead and check that out. But today we're going to be talking about 6th man of the year. I think we have 7 candidates today. It will say top 5, but there's 7 players we'll be talking about today. And I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what other predictions kind of videos we could do. And let me know who I may have left out on this. There are plenty of guys in the league that I might have left out. Definitely, we don't even know who will be a 6th man. Maybe these guys aren't going to be a 6th man at all. But we'll just have to wait and see. So I hope you guys do enjoy the list. First, we got, obviously, Eric Gordon getting the obvious one out of the way. He won 6th man last year. He's going to be backing up James Harden and Chris Paul again. Well, not again, but he's going to be backing up James Harden again. And Chris Paul is there, though. And they're very set on keeping Eric Gordon, which I understand he's a great 6th man. Won it last year for you guys. You keep him there. He's on a decent contract, $13 million. Is okay. I mean, he is putting up points off the bench for you, so that's I think that's a good contract, and he fits the Rockets' play style a lot. They're still trying to get rid of Ryan Anderson so they can get Melo, but I don't know if it's going to happen, honestly, because I don't think the Knicks want Ryan Anderson. I don't think anyone really wants Ryan Anderson because his contract is just really bad, like really bad, and he's 29. He's not much of a guy that's going to change a lot, but he will give you some decent points and some decent minutes, obviously. But the Rockets, I think, messed up with that signing. They gave him $20 million. I think Aaron Gordon deserved more money than Ryan Anderson did, but they gave Ryan Anderson that big contract. So now the Rockets are having the problem trading him away in order to get Carmelo Anthony. So who knows if Melo even becomes a Houston Rocket this offseason. Who knows if he goes anywhere, honestly. But I don't know. We've been waiting and waiting for this. We've been waiting for Kyrie and Carmelo to finally get traded. Nothing's happened yet. So we'll just have to keep playing the waiting game. But Eric Gordon, obviously, is going to be a candidate for 6th man of the year next year. He looks like he's going to take on that role again. And I don't see why he can repeat doing it because he did a great job last year. Hopefully this guy can stay healthy again. But anyway, Louie Williams is next. The reason why Louie Williams is back, I believe Louie Williams could have won it last year easily. But when he got traded to the Rockets, I think that kind of took it away from him, honestly, because he got traded to where another guy was playing 6th man. So basically, you had 2 6th men coming off the bench. If he would have stayed with the Lakers, he was averaging 18 points per game off the bench for the Lakers at one point. This guy is good. He won 6th man of the year already with the Raptors, and now he's going to be with the Clippers, probably playing 6th man again. And I don't see why not this guy can't win it this time again. Being with the Los Angeles Clippers, he's going to be backing up Patrick Beverley, and it looks like Milos Teodosic that are going to be starting for the Clippers. The Clippers low-key look pretty decent. I mean, a lot of people thought they weren't going to be a playoff team this upcoming year because they're losing Chris Paul, but they were able to keep Blake Griffin somehow. I thought Blake Griffin was gone for sure. And they actually, when you look at it, it's one of those teams you sleep on the Clippers. You're like, yeah, they're not making the playoffs. But then when you look over them again, oh, this roster looks pretty decent. They definitely can make the playoffs. So I think Louie Williams as their 6th man is going to be very clutch for them. I think he's on a 1-year deal. He has 1 year left on his $7 million contract. So good stuff for Louie Williams, and I don't see why he's not winning 6th man again next year. I mean, he already won it before. He should have almost won it last year because I think when he got traded to the Rockets, it kind of took it away from him. I think that's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's a little bit of my opinion. Who knows? Who knows? But next we got Jamal Crawford. So obviously Jamal Crawford just took a massive pay cut to go play for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Good for him because the Timberwolves look like a team that can quite possibly take down the Warriors. We don't know yet. We don't know, man. The Timberwolves are still extremely young with Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. And they got Jimmy Butler, obviously, who's probably going to be the leader of that offense and stuff and defensive side of the ball. Jamal Crawford off the bench for these Timberwolves is going to be very awesome. I think he can definitely win 6th man next year. I think he's won it 3 times already before in his career, so maybe the 4th time will be the charm. He gets it again. So Jamal Crawford is definitely a great 6th man and could have won it last year again, but Eric Gordon and Louie Williams had great seasons last year as a 6th man role. So Jamal Crawford will be taking it on again, and I'm very happy for him. Minnesota Timberwolves look awesome on paper. Might be able to be a threat in the West to a lot of teams. I don't know if they can take down the Warriors yet. That's just a wait-and-see game for a lot of people. But on paper, they could definitely take down the Warriors, man. On paper, they could. But it has to transition to the court, and that's what we'll have to wait on because you just never know you just never know. It usually doesn't work meshing a lot of players in one offseason. and then next year, you know, it going freaking crazy. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it works. Who knows? I'm hoping it does work, and Jamal Crawford could definitely win 6-man next year. Don't see why not. When I say I don't see why not a lot. Andre Iguodala obviously had to be on here. So Iguodala has been a great 6-man for the Warriors ever since taking on that role. He didn't used to take on that role, but then Steve Kerr convinced him to take on a bench role to back up Harrison Barnes. And this guy actually is the first guy ever in NBA history, I think, to win a Finals MVP off the bench. So as a 6-man, he won the Finals MVP. A lot of people said he shouldn't have won it. It should have been LeBron James, because that was the year LeBron James had a great series, but you know, they still lost in the finals. But I don't know. I don't really know how to put it, to be honest, because you just never know with the NBA. I think there's been one time where an opposing team that lost got the Finals MVP. But anyway, Andre Iguodala is the first person to get the Finals MVP off the bench. Iguodala is a great 6-man for the Golden State Warriors, and a lot of people wanted the Warriors to lose this guy this offseason because he's a great piece for the Golden State Warriors, and it makes him a lot more better. Him being there, it makes their bench a lot better, and I definitely see that. I can definitely see that. And he can definitely win 6-man of the year next year, but he hasn't really been close, honestly. I don't think I've heard him in talks very much, because Jamal Crawford and Louie Williams and Eric Gordon are more of the scorers off the bench. Iguodala can score the ball, but he's better at playing defense, which they like to use him for on LeBron James, obviously. But next, we have Derrick Rose. So this depends on one thing and one thing only. If Kyrie stays a Cavalier. If not, I think Derrick Rose starts for the Cavaliers, obviously. But right now, Kyrie has not been traded. So I put him in the video. I'm assuming Kyrie will be traded. The whole city of Cleveland seems to hate him now. They seem to turn his back on him, which I understand. I'm not going to say that's wrong for them to do, but he wanted to be traded. He doesn't want to play with LeBron. He wants to lead his own team. So he's not been traded yet. So imagine Kyrie does stay. Somehow it works, and everything is, you know, great, I guess. It'll always be awkward now. It will be awkward if LeBron or Kyrie Irving comes back to Cleveland and never gets traded, but I guess we don't know anymore. But Derrick Rose takes on a 6-man role, and this is where Derrick Rose can, you know, renew his career. This guy won MVP, and then ever since then, it's just he's had a down spiral career. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people call him the most unluckiest player in the NBA, and there's no reason MVP shouldn't make the Hall of Fame. And this guy is looking like he's not going to make the Hall of Fame, and a lot of people are disappointed in that. I unfortunately did not watch basketball around the time Derrick Rose was in his MVP season. I heard a lot about him when I wasn't even a basketball fan, so I knew who he was, but I didn't watch basketball. So Derrick Rose was definitely a great player back then, and a lot of people knew him, including myself. I knew him, and I didn't watch basketball, but Derrick Rose takes on a 6-man role. I feel like he can renew his career and maybe win 6-man of the year. Next, we got Jordan Clarkson. So this one is the last one and maybe the most unlikely. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But KCP and Lonzo Ball seem like they will be the starting backcourt for the Lakers. The reason why I think it's unlikely because I think Jordan Clarkson will be traded. I think the Lakers are going to trade Jordan Clarkson this season. I don't know when it will be, but I think he will be traded. They've already been in trade talks. Jordan Clarkson has a $11 million contract. Isn't terrible, but maybe Magic Johnson wants to use that for better things. And Clarkson seems to be in an awkward fit right now. And I just see this dude being traded. But if not, I guess if he stays, maybe he takes on a 6-man role with the Lakers. I think he might have been doing that last year. I didn't watch much Lakers games, so I don't know. But Jordan Clarkson definitely can be 6-man of the year next year. He has the scoring ability to do it. I've seen this dude play under numerous times. I know that just contradicted what I said, but every time they play the Blazers, I watch, obviously, and Clarkson seems to do a decent job. When he was a starter back then, when D'Angelo Russell was playing the bench, when Byron Scott was still the coach, I remember Clarkson going off against Lillard. I think put up like 25 points. I guess that's not really going off, but Clarkson can definitely score the ball. That's it for me, guys. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. And make sure to leave anybody I might have missed in the comment section. I'm sure I missed someone. I don't doubt it at all. And I thank you guys for your continued support. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace!